Hey guys, and welcome to GenAI Lab 94151. This lab focuses on depreciation method impact analysis using Copilot. And what we are doing today is calculating depreciation using two different methods and determining the impact. And we'll summarize and create a visualization. We're asking the question, how does depreciation method impact depreciation expense patterns, book value, taxes, and net income? So I've got the instructions as you can see over here on the right, and then my Copilot is open on the left. The first prompt we're going to want to do is to start a new chat. As you can see, that's what I've done here. This just resets the chat to start with a fresh set of data and instructions. And we don't have a data file to upload for this analysis because we're going to use Copilot to create that for us. So as you can see, the next prompt, prompt 2, we're going to ask it to create a mock data set for training purposes that includes a list of depreciable assets for a company, including asset cost, salvage value, and useful life. We're going to make sure the data is realistic and make sure it has at least 20 data points. So here we go. It's already given us a sample of that data set it's made for us. Then next, prompt 3, right here, we're going to begin to compare depreciation methods. So we're going to ask it to calculate annual depreciation expense and ending book value using both the straight line and double declining balance method for each asset and then include it in the data set. So here we go. It's beginning to calculate this for each asset. It's showing us how it calculates straight line depreciation and double declining balance, which is a good reminder in case you need a refresher on how those are both calculated. Then it's adding those columns like we've asked it to. So as we can see here, we've got straight line annual depreciation and double declining. All right. Moving on to performing the analysis, we're looking at prompt 4. We are going to ask it to use these calculations for both methods to compute pre-tax operating income, tax, and net income. And just to help, we'll let it know we want it to assume a tax rate of 25% and assume a realistic annual revenue and other expenses estimate. And as you can see here, we've got these just again as a helpful reminder of how they're calculated if you need a refresher. And ChatGPT is working on this for us right now. I'm going to go ahead and copy prompt 5 so we have it ready next. Now it says great. So it's made these assumptions just like we told it to. So it assumed a realistic annual revenue and an other expenses estimate, and we gave it that tax rate of 25%. And great, this is exactly what we wanted here. Then looking at prompt 5, we're going to ask it to summarize depreciation expense, book value, and net income by year by creating a line chart for each. So this is where we begin to create visualizations for our data. Like I said, this will just take a moment again. These visualizations usually take the longest time on Copilot, but the next one we're going to do is to have it produce a heat map for us for net income across methods. So both of these, a line chart and a heat map, are very easy and very interpretable and understandable visualizations for us. So here we go. It's been able to produce these line charts for us. Loading. So here we go. Here's depreciation expense by year and by type. We can see straight line is blue, double declining is orange, total ending book value by year, and then net income. So like I said, these are really helpful for us just to create a visualization and understand what we're dealing with. So next, we'll give it prompt 6, asking for a heat map for net income. which again might take a moment, but it will produce a helpful visualization for us. I'm just going to go ahead and paste this in. For the next prompt 7, we're going to ask it to output that heat map as a file and label. So here we go. Like I said, super helpful heat map visualization for us that it was able to produce. Okay, so here we go. It's labeled this for us, super helpful. And it says it is saved as a PNG file with the exact name we specified. So that's exactly what we wanted. And then finally, for prompt 8, we're just going to ask it to output the prompts we gave it in a Microsoft Word file and title it the name of the lab as well. And here we go. Right here is where we are able to download our prompts at this link here, which is all you need to do to complete this lab. Thank you.